I'm Richanda.
And I'm Susie.
And so we're doing a video about an inbox we got.
And this is kind of an old inbox, but that's okay. So it says, your latest video made me chuckle. Glad you didn't give in to making fun of him for being normal. And he sent us that because we made a video saying that we're not going to make fun of a guy for being intact. That's what that's about.
Yeah, because that's what we're for.
Yeah. And so he says it's quite rare to find girls who don't prefer a circumcised penis. If anyone deserves to be made fun of, it's me. Not only am I circumcised, but I chose to when I was around your girls' ages. Granted, it was from an influence from an urologist, but my choice ultimately nonetheless. Also, a nurse told me that I had a long, thick foreskin, therefore it would be best to remove it. This makes me more bummed because I know I had a lot of skin removed. I'm left with a brown ring, the scar, around under my penis head and a small patch of inner foreskin left under the head above the scar. I can still enjoy things, but notice a lot of pleasure gone. It hurts a lot of times, too, when I'm hard. I've thought about foreskin restoration before and tried it once, but it seemed like I didn't have enough skin for the device to work properly.
Okay, so, to start, okay, he puts the scar in brackets, question mark, and so yes, that brown ring is the scar from your circumcision. And so, I'm guessing they cut off too much skin since it hurts a lot at times when you get hard. That's not normal. And you can get foreskin restoration even if you don't have, or even if it seems like you don't have enough skin, you probably do.
Yeah, and so this guy, he sort of is a perfect example of a guy who chose to be circumcised but regrets it because it was better at first when he was intact.
And it shows that, like, a urologist can lead you in a false direction because he wouldn't have thought, oh, I'm going to get circumcised, it'll be great, if his urologist or the nurse told him. Like, he says that so much pleasure is gone, and so why would you want to take away that pleasure from yourself or your kids, Just intact is the way to go because it's natural. You wouldn't be born with it if you didn't need it.
Yeah, and so there are a lot of guys that do say that they prefer their circumcised penis, but that's probably because they had problems with their foreskin, and they're just like, oh, I'll just get circumcised and we'll solve the problem. But there's probably like a million other things you could do first.
Circumcision is the last one that you should
even consider.
Go to, because there's so many ways that you can get your foreskin fixed without getting it cut off.
Yeah.
That is the wrong way to go about it. Because that's like saying, oh, I have something wrong with my arm, I'm just going to cut it off. You wouldn't do that, so why cut off your foreskin?
Yeah, it's like if you have a skin problem, and then on one part of you, so you're like, okay, I'll just cut that off, then my skin problem won't come back, or whatever. It's stupid. Obviously, you're going to try other things that could help first.
Yeah, so just don't circumcise yourself because you could end up like this guy who wants his foreskin back. I mean, at least he had the choice, but he shows that it was the wrong choice. So all you guys should think about this and see that it's the wrong choice. And nurses and urologists and this type of doctor, but other kinds of doctors will lead you in the wrong direction.
Yeah, and so I hope that you go and get it, your foreskin restored, and so
you can, and it'll work even if you don't have that much skin, or you don't think you have enough, because you can get it stretched out no matter what.
And I hope you guys think about it a lot more before you decide to go get circumcised, or whatever, because it's a big decision. And
circumcision is not the way to go.
Yeah, so.
Like I said, it's the last resort, and there's so much more you can talk to your doctor about before getting circumcision, and if you suggest circumcision first, be like, no, that's not what I want. I want something else. There's other stuff. There has to be. There can't just be that. Because there's always more than one way to go about things.
Yeah, exactly. So just keep your kids intact
Yeah, don't circumcise your children. Let them have the choice. Thanks for watching.
Bye.